Cooper Flagg, where does he stand in the pantheon of great? People ask me this all the time.
Yeah.
And I say, I've been saying this for months now. He's one of the top 10 players I've ever covered in college basketball. And as the season's gone on, I think he's moved up that list because of just what he does, how he does it, in the era in which he's doing it, in the NIL era, in the social media era. None of that shit affects him at all.
Yeah, it's like I keep writing on Twitter, Cooper Flagg is underrated. Well, if we're talking about Pantheon, it's got to win a championship, right? So that's kind of where you start. Now, there's like whole like statistical analysis to do, and if you're going to do that, I think Zion still might have an edge over him. Maybe he's the only one that comes to mind. First of all, are we talking about Duke? Are we talking about Duke freshmen, or are we talking about all-time freshmen?
I'm talking about like all-time freshmen that you've seen.
Okay, so for all-time freshmen, you start with Carmelo.
Let's say all-time players. Let's just say like take the freshmen out of the equation
for just one season.
This year of Cooper Flagg, I don't feel like he's gotten enough pop for what he's done.
It's so funny because first of all, it starts with, as we all know, he turned 18 on December 21st, which is ridiculous.
Crazy.
So he should be a high school senior.
Came from
to
Maine.
your point, came from Maine. To your point, all of the hype, it's kind of how I feel about LeBron. Like, whatever you want to say about LeBron, like the dude was on the cover of Sports Illustrated as a junior in high school under the chosen one. That alone should have ruined his life. And he's arguably the best ever. And so I'm very attuned to what you're talking about because we understand. And Cooper's been a guy who's had that on him from a very young age. Yeah. He didn't come out of nowhere. Nope. So you look at what he's done statistically. You look at the way his team has won. Best player. Gosh, I don't even know where to begin with, like, the best player. I've been doing this 30 years. He's definitely in that conversation. Yeah, I'm actually talking about both sides of my mouth because I'm not a big, he has to win a championship thing because that's bunk.
You said Carmelo's one for you for freshman?
For Carmelo was not only won a title as a freshman, he was by far the best player on that team.
By the way, congrats to Melo, who's going into the
Hall of Fame. Easy choice. Anthony Davis obviously was a great freshman, but I think he was like the fourth leading scorer.
I think AD is the more apt comparison because of the impact that AD had beyond just like – his numbers were really impressive.
Right.
But what made him great was the impact that he had on the team because of his simple presence on the floor.
But why did you kind of poo-poo the Zion comparison?
Oh, I just think Cooper Flagg's – I think the Zion had the sizzle, but I think Cooper Flagg had the better year. I think Cooper Flagg is a much better basketball player because of everything he does. I just think he's a better basketball
You could certainly make the case, but, if you want to line up the numbers – Zion probably averaged more points. He didn't lead the team. Look, he's leading the team with points, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, maybe close with Malowach and blocks. Definitely a case to be made.